Welcome to day 26 of our 34-day angel play. Today we're going to be connecting with Archangel Raguel, one of the lesser known archangels, but Raguel and his divine feminine counterpart that we have already spotlighted, Archeia Harmony, are really instrumental right now at our point of spiritual awakening, development, and ascension. So let's just dive in and invite in this incredible emotional shepherd, this very gentle, beautiful angel forward. When you're ready, if you want to close your eyes and just bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and an easy breath out. Just feeling yourself, being aware of your breath and using your breath as that touchstone to draw you inward. Feeling yourself just come into the heart, this space where we can meet and speak with our angels with greater ease, greater faith, greater trust. Archangel Raguel, Most High, may you come forward now. Connect with each of us, bringing forward your pale blue ray of cooperation, unity, health, to support us to nurture all of our relationships, especially the relationship that we have with ourselves. We welcome in any new teachings, messages, blessings. Thank you, and so it is. Big breath in. Really feeling that pale blue light, like the sky on a summer's day, just begin to fill you and your space as you open your eyes. And while Raguel's twin, Archeia Harmony, associates more with the element of air, Raguel is more an angel on the ground, very much connected to the element of earth. And he was very specific when we were creating, myself and Mary Jo, the imagery for these cards from the deck, the Female Archangels. Very specific about how he wanted to be here on the ground, barefoot, really just super, super connected to the earth. He came forward with the impression of St. Francis of Assisi. Um, he's got the light, he's got the crook. He really is the emotional shepherd, helping us to contour our emotions with ease, especially when conflict arises, arguments, where we feel like there's injustice. Anytime that we feel like we're battling ourselves in the battlefield of our mind, Archangel Raguel is the best angel to bring in, as well as harmony. And the way that they work together, the yin and the yang of the masculine and feminine always work together. So let's just illustrate that in an example. So just imagine that there was a pair who was arguing. Maybe it's yourself and your partner. Maybe you identify with that right now. So Archangel Raguel really will be the force, if you say yes to working with the angels, really will be the force to bringing you both together in physical space so you can have that conversation that you need to have, so that you can listen to each other, so that you're physically present, you're physically in the space. And this also goes for any type of mediation, any type of, coming together if there's conflict over contracts, if this is something between you and a co-worker or a friend. It's very much about physically helping you to rendezvous and be together. Whereas Archeia Harmony is more of the subtle force that will whisper in your ear compromise and negotiation that's coming from the heart, not coming from the mind or the ego. She's more subtle in that way, but together they bring us together. They are the angel of cooperation and unity. This is why they're so important right now. Anytime that you feel like you want to um, do something for the earth as a whole, just ask Archeia Harmony, Archangel Raguel. Thank you, beautiful angel, for bringing your blessings of harmony to the world right now, bringing your ease, your cooperation, so that we can all respond to each other through integrity, through compassion, through understanding, anywhere there's conflict, whether it's war, political, societal, you can ask this beautiful angel to come in and just to bring in the ease. And in fact, I had a teddy bear with me just before this video, and I don't have it right with me, but he wanted me to share that if you have a teddy bear, you can create what he said is an angel bear. You can ask Archangel Raguel and Archeia Harmony to infuse their love into the bear and place that in your child's room. Or if you want to bring that into your own room, of course, or if you work with children, just to have that in the space will bring in a greater sense of harmony to bring this vibration into the space. So create your angel bear. Um, you can also work with the crystal allies of Archangel Raguel, and again infuse the light of Raguel in harmony and wear that, especially when you know that you have to have that conversation. Um, even, I'm sure you've been there. I certainly have been there when you have those conversations and it's like the make or break conversation between you and another with regards to a relationship. Wearing his crystals, infusing the crystals even more, just bringing that in as that extra tool can really help us to be more responsive, to speak from our heart, to speak through our higher self rather than speaking through emotional reaction or emotional intensity. So let's look at Raguel's crystal allies. The first one is clear quartz. Never underestimate clear quartz, friends. Wow, what an incredible crystal. And naturally will amplify the other crystals that you have in and around your space. The second is angel light. Angel light, this pale blue crystal, carries that pale blue ray of cooperation and helps us to connect more with our higher self so that again we can learn to be more centered and grounded, not only in those sticky conversations, but just generally in life, so that our words and our actions are all coming from a place of heart, a place of love. And the last one that really helps to boost communication, and again, really marries well with angel light and clear quartz, is opalite. Opalite is also a crystal that speeds up and accelerates our spiritual pathway of enlightenment and can really help us to have that deeper connection with ourself. So all of these carry that resonance of Archangel Raguel. I wanted to share something from the deck. So in this deck, it's much like a book because the angels had a lot to say. It wasn't these cards are not just like a lovely oracle card to give you some messages in the moment. They really are activated, and carrying them or laying them on the body or sleeping with them will all bring in the frequency and the vibration of the angels. But in particular, I just wanted to share something from the book. Um, it's a passage, but also I'll go to this first. Okay, so Raguel shares something that we need to know when we're in relationships with another person is the ego always wants to be right. The ego always wants you to be right and the other person to be wrong. There's this great sense of righteousness, isn't it? When we've been triggered by something that someone has said, what they've done or what they haven't done, especially when, as women, we're hormonal. I know that, there's a particular day, I'm sure you identify with that too. All the sisters here, there's a time just before you start to bleed that everything is heightened. And so the tendency to go to that reaction is far more enhanced than other times in the month. So this is when the ego really does want to be right. So this is a great time to bring in Archangel Raguel, to wear these crystals, to bring them in so that you're choosing kindness over righteousness. And that kindness is a gift that you're giving yourself. It's certainly a gift you're giving to the other person and those around you. So you can just keep your cool. You can just keep in your center and not go to those emotional outbursts or reaction. And while all emotions are valid, friends, we're not here to spiritually bypass, and the angels certainly aren't either. Sit in all emotions, be open to your feelings, be real to heal, especially Archeia Virtue, twin of Raphael, always reminds us to be real with our feelings. But also, sometimes we can feel anger or frustration or annoyance from another person, but we certainly don't have to react or speak from that place. Instead, we can just witness it, go off, process it, let the fires calm down before speaking, and certainly before making any big relationship decisions. If you take anything from this video with regards to relationships, it would be, don't make any big, bold decisions when you are experiencing emotional intensity, whether incited from another person or hormonally incited or from a stressor in your environment. Just wait till everything calms down, drop into the heart, make your decisions from that space, because from that space, you're connected to your higher self and can see all perspectives rather than just seeing a very narrow, intense view. Okay, so I wanted to share this passage with you, and it's from the book, and it's an exercise called befriending yourself. And it's just beautiful to say often or to write in your space, especially if you feel like you battle yourself. Um, you battle yourself here mentally, you berate yourself, you self-sabotage, or you react from that space and project that outwards. Okay, here it is, befriending yourself. Archangel Raguel, may you now activate, align, and energize my chakras to vibrate with loving kindness, harmony, and cooperation. Help me to be gentle with myself and communicate with others from an open heart. Help me to pause after the other person has spoken to listen to what has been said, and help me to reply through my awakened self, not the egoic self. Thank you for helping me to heal underlying tendencies towards putting my guard up and judging others before understanding everyone and all situations and all perspectives. Thank you for helping me to release temper tantrums, immaturity, and conflict while detaching from all forms of hype and drama. Thank you for bringing me into the energy of fairness and forgiveness as I open to healthier, happier, and more fulfilling relationships, especially the one that I have with myself. Thank you, and so it is. Breathing that in, letting it land. And if that really resonated with you, friends, do write it down. You can get the transcript from this video if you're watching it on YouTube, and also the captions, you can write that down. And let's leave here with Raguel's wonderful blessing from the book. And if you want, follow along. Let's place our hands on our heart, saying this 3 times with conviction. I love that there's I'll start that again. I love that there's freedom and movement in my relationships to grow and become even more fulfilling. I love that there's freedom and movement in my relationships to grow and become even more fulfilling. I love that there's freedom and movement in my relationships to grow and become even more fulfilling. Yes, let's say yes to that on all levels because you deserve those extraordinary friendships and relationships. And of course, that beautiful, loving relationship with yourself, friends. So important. So much love to you. We'll see you in the next video.